Well, good morning and welcome back to Red's Workshop. Before I start, I've just put another light in to see if that illuminates. Please let me know in the comments if it's distracting. I'm just conscious I want to make sure everyone sees everything. And to be honest with you, when I stand over here, sometimes I shadow it myself. But today, I'll be rooting through some of the drawers I have at the back of the shop, and I found these. Some 8mm dowels. They are about 300mm long, 12 inches long, and 8mm diameter. I'm going to make something with these, so I'll see you after the intro, and I'll let you know what we're doing. Okay, so what we're doing. So, this morning, my wife's been out shopping, and she come back and gave me one of these. She'd seen the tea light holder I'd made and said, see what you can do with that. So with that and these, I'm going to propose to make a little stand for this. So, what do we need? Well, again, I've been through the racks again, and these are offcuts from a previous project, and I'm going to use some of this, some of that, to make a stand for that. Right, with all good woodworking projects, you need a sharp pencil. So, measuring this out, keeping the piece as it is, I'm going to do this at 110mm wide, which is just shy of 4 3/8, and I'm going to leave that width the same as it is, so it's 95mm or just shy of 3 3/4. So I'm going to get this cut on the saw. I've lost my square. I'm going to just cut that on the saw. Shan't be a minute. Right, so that's cut to size, and that's going on there. So we need to put a middle, mark a middle, just doing the diagonals. Like that. And that's the rough side. We're going to use the smooth side to work on. So, how am I incorporating that? Right. So I need two pieces at 75mm or 3 inch. So we'll cut them at the saw. Okay, got our pieces, and it's going to look something like that. Well, that's boring, isn't it? Where are we going to put the dowels? Okay, we're going to mark on here. Got it the wrong bloody side. So just for ease, I'm just putting a B there for the bottom, and that would sit like so. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to measure, or get the thickness there of the piece of the upstand as such, which gives me a distance there to work with. I want the centre of that, which is roughly there, and there, there, and there. And then what I want to do, I'm going to incorporate these dowels. I don't know what this is going to look like, I'm just making it up as I go along. But put that there like so. So, centre there. And I'll use the combi square so I can get consistent measurements. It's a very, very easy beginner's project, nothing fancy about this. Just have to be a little bit careful when we come to drill these holes for this. About there. And I'm sure you can sell these and make money at it. If you have a pillar drill, this will be a lot easier, but you don't need one. You just got to be confident with your drill. Put a marker on it. When you're drilling, make sure you clear the flute. It'll just clog up and cause you problems. I'm used to it, but if you don't want to put your hands on that, then use your bradawl. Okay. So, nearly there. What I need to do now is I need to sand all this down, and we'll get ready for finding the length of these that I needed. What's the point? Does that fit? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll get these sanded. Okay, so we're going to cut the dowels now. I'll be honest, off camera I won't show you, but I have already done it just to make sure I didn't look daft on the camera. But I'm going to measure them at 125mm. So the easiest way of doing it is, I find, is put it on your, let's get you over here, where you can see. There you go, let's see how far, there you go. So, making sure that they're both to the end of the rule, and just hold it down and just, I'm hoping you can see this, and just measure where 125mm is. Now, you can cut this on, let me put you back, let's just get you sorted. You can cut this on the bandsaw. If you don't have a bandsaw, you cut it by hand. I'm going to cut them on the chop saw, but they're a bit fiddly. I'll take you over there, show you how I secure these down while I'm cutting them. Put these on place, again, making sure, where's that block of wood? Excuse me, making sure that these are both the same, or both level at the same end. Where's our mark? Let's get it in line first. So, that's where it needs to be. Holding that one down, I'm just going to make sure that they're both up, like so. Now, I don't want to put my hands there because I am a bit too near for comfort. Get yourself a piece of wood, piece of scrap, and push down there. And if make sure you let it stop. Otherwise, these little pieces have a tendency to fly off anywhere. And believe me, they hurt. Oh, anyone like my handmade mallet? Well, I turned it. It's not the right wood, it's too soft, but just a bit of practicing. Just comes in handy really for jobs like this. Right, so we have those, and we have those. Push that in. Push that in. You should be able to get an idea now of what this is going to look like. Now everything tells you to whack this. It does tell me anyway. But I'm just going to get it to start. It is out of twist at the moment. There you go, Tom. So it is out of twist. Get the idea? And then what we'll do is drop that bottom on. Now it's not going right to the bottom, but I want to clamp it up to it. What I've done there is I've just twisted it round to make sure, because this can quite easily go out of square. And then that piece there will sit underneath, but not quite, sorry, wrong way, sorry, wrong way around. Sit underneath, approximately there. Just drop this on and give it so you can get an idea, because very shortly we'll be gluing up. Never mind who's this way it's twisting. I'll hold it, because you'll get the idea. You get the idea, it goes something like that. So as I said, I'm going to pin these in. If you're not sure how to work out what size pin you want, just offer it up. There's a shoulder on the end of this pin. Now this pin generally just gets sunk in depending on how you set your gun. But it just shows, it goes in there about 1/2 inch. Sorry, you can't see that, about 1/2 inch. Which, I know there's a lot wasted on the outer side, but it just saves, it just aids for a quick build. Now, when you load these up, mine's a pneumatic one, air one, put them in, that's locked, make sure that you're not connected. There are battery versions of these, which I've always played the idea of getting, but I think this was £80, and it served me well on some of the projects I do have to use when I have to use a nail gun. Right, so I'm going to get this glued now and put into place. Bit fiddly, because I'm not putting any marks on this, so we may have a bit of glue squeeze on that we've got to deal with. Okay. Now with this being end grain, as you've probably heard people say, and I've done it myself, end grain is very thirsty. But what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to glue the dowels in, they're quite tight, they're tight enough as it goes, so I'm not going to glue them in. If you want to glue them in, if you make this, then by all means do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry, and then that should seal that and stop it being as thirsty. This is where to put this now. There you go. Always have a block of wood. Okay, I'll see you shortly when that soaks up a bit. Okay, I don't know what you can make out there. That's soaked in a bit, so we should have reasonable glue coverage now, hopefully. It's as if you can get it out. A bit cold in the shop today, and I haven't had this on me to keep it warm. Okay, let's do that. Now, one suggestion I'm going to make to everybody is get yourself some of these towels. Let me find the bag. I use these towels, what's it called? Ultra Grime cloth wipes. You cannot go wrong. It clears everything up, and the constantly damp. I mean, I've had these for quite a while. So let me just check. I forgot which way that was then. That's correct. So we'll slide that in. But what it does, you can see the amount of glue that has come off. So what I was saying about nailing. So I've got the nail gun. You can do then with these, if you look, you get that, yeah. It cleans it completely. They're absolutely fantastic. And if you're just starting out, there's nothing more daunting. And you'll hear a lot of experienced woodworkers say this is the stressful part. And I'll be honest with you, it is, or it can be. And I think if you're prepared, like anything in life, you're prepared for it, it's not as daunting. There's one, and I roll it over, and there's two. Put that away. And again, you can see the amount of glue that's come off there. If you use the cloth, there you can see how clean that's come up. And that, again, it'll still keep oozing. Unfortunately, we haven't got any on the top. That didn't look right then, but it does now. So give your old products a wipe. I can't recommend them enough. They were recommended to me on a video I'd watched. And what I'm doing here now is I'm applying clamps just to give that a bit more purchase, or the glue a bit more purchase on the wood. Not necessarily needed, but I've got them here, so I might as well use them. Okay, I've got this out of the clamps, and I'm opting to use this Black Bison Liberon wax. It's a dark oak stain, and don't worry, I will fast forward through this. Right, we'll let that soak in a bit and I'll give it a rub down. So, there you go, it's all waxed up now. Yeah. Anyone spotted the bloody mistake I've made? There's a candle stand. If your candles stand in it. That doesn't fit. I have to apologise, I absolutely erupted when this happened. Thankfully I didn't catch any of that on video, and I know people have asked about bloopers. But I couldn't finish the video off like that without showing you properly, and I made another one. This one's made of ash. The first one was made of pine, a bit chunkier. Made of ash, again offcuts, with dowels in again. And if you recall at the beginning of the video, I mentioned about putting an X at the bottom of this box, the first one. And what was it for? I think some of you will already work that out. But it's for... There you go. Stops your candle falling over. And I think it looks the part. Now it'll tell even better once I light this. And I'm going to do that now, so you can see the finished item, as that one should have been. Where is it? There, that one. Well, there you go. That's it in its all its glory. It'd look nice on somebody's table or wherever, on a windowsill. It does the part. If you've stuck it to this to the end, I'd like to thank you. If you think we deserve it and you like what you've seen, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I do answer all comments. I really enjoy the comments that have been made and the interaction that I've had between Redsworkshopuk and all you guys who are watching. So, with that said, I'll see you on the next one.